Did somebody say take your normal pills? No thank you, mother. I've got my normal pills. It's called Kaiserredux. So every now and again, I just get like a scratch, a crazy little itch that just, oh man, I gotta scratch it real bad. And that is for Kaiserredux. Now, I do really love Kaiserreich, and I will be playing a whole bunch of Kaiserreich at the end of this year for Nostalgia November. But boy, the absolute unhingedness that comes with this mod is just, I gotta do it. And I recently asked on my community page what exactly you guys wanted me to see, so I've got a few nations lined up that I'll spread out until November, I think, and we got a lot to do. We got a lot to see. And no normal pills to take. And I guess to start off today with our little mini marathon of Kaiserredux for the next few times I'm going to be playing, we're starting in the United States of America. Oh man, you know, the only thing that I really don't like about Kaiserredux, and I guess in turn Kaiserreich, the path guides, alright? Trying to figure out what to actually do and how to go about doing it. Oh my god, like, can we simplify this? But you know, if you're paying attention right now, if you will hit the subscribe button at 1 million subscribers, I will go and do Kaiserreich A to Z. Unironically, I'll do it. But you all need to hit the subscribe button right now. So what I want to end up doing today is Texas, and there's a good reason for why I would like to play Texas that we'll go into later. If you've already read the video title, so I guess you already know. To do what we want to do today, unfortunately, we are going to have to click a button that does pain me. Now, essentially, everything we are doing is to make Texas upset. Upset enough that maybe they'll get the little cowboy hats on and ride on down into town. Pains me every moment I stare into those barren eyes. It's beautiful. It's everything we always wanted it to be. Okay, it's kicking off in America, and this is where things become important for us to do. So if I am correct here, we do need to stick with the Republic until everybody breaks free. And then this illegal referendum in Texas, we let go ahead. And there we go. It's popped out, the Lone Star State. And now a year into the game, we can actually finally start to play. So in this absolutely huge tree, and by huge, I mean sidewaysly huge. I mean, you know, as they say, everything is bigger in Texas, including the waistline, apparently. But what we want to do is this path over here where we rise of the Houstonian Kingdom. And we get a few candidates for who we can have as our king in Texas. We can get ourselves a British king, a Bohemian candidate, I'm assuming a local guy, or what I want today, a Kaiser. Now, to actually get this, though, we do need Germany, I believe, to capitulate, which I'm hoping they do just do. Which I'm hoping they Cotton Eye Joe and actually fall to the Commune of France, which would be handy, but I might push them in the right direction if I need to with the old console command. But that's a little while off. Texas now needs to stand on its own 2 feet. You know, we do have a couple of feet to stand on. Look at all of that oil. So yeah, we're independent now. We're not in the ACW, which is pretty good. I'm not too sure. I haven't played this, by the way. I only looked at a quick guide on how to get Texas independent. I already knew that you could get a certain individual in control in Texas as well, but that's as far as I know. Everything else is going to be very blind today. But in our wonderful nation of Texas, we have an issue. It's called Texaco. The issue, you ask? That they don't have more power. It didn't take too long. I'm already in the damn Reichspakt. Yeah, not that I really plan on helping too much over there. In fact, I really do want to see you, Mr. Wilhelm, fall. Now, Texaco, as our industrial concern down there, we can hit a button called Move Against the Government, where Texaco will attempt to overthrow James Allred. And you know, James Allred, I mean, it's sounding like commie crap to me. And after giving a sharp $100 bill to the man in charge of the army and the police force, we've actually gone ahead and coup d'etat the damn state. The Texaco sees it's the state of Texas. I mean, it's quite literally in the name. But Texaco is not what we are after. In fact, we're now just going to ignore the new focus tree that has unlocked from getting Texaco in control and just see what happens. Scrusher, as you apparently have to do power to the oil barons, nothing was happening, and I'm assuming that was supposed to trigger automatically, maybe, and it just didn't. And now we have secure our grip over Texas, which is counting down over time, which is what we want. And we don't want to actually go ahead and stop this from happening. We are just flippity-floppeting between governments at the moment, and once again, Texaco will no longer be in control, and instead the military will counter-coup the coup that had happened, that they in fact actually helped with because I gave them a crisp $100 bill. Apparently that wasn't enough though, so they've come back for a bit more money and the entire government. And I'm going to put Andrew Jackson Houston as our president. With Andrew Jackson Houston in control of our country, I'm pretty sure we now no longer need to worry about messing anything up. We just have to go down his focus tree, and eventually he's going to pop a crown on his own head, which means we can focus on other things, like the fact America ain't looking too great, and the fact when I declared my independence that Mexico went ahead and stole El Paso off of me, which, you know, is just not very cool, bro. I stole it in the first place. You can't just takesy backsies. We do get ourselves pretty much a free goal on them right now, but do I reckon I could take them? 22 divisions. I have more than that, but getting across this river will be difficult. There's only one slight issue with my plan of reclaiming El Paso, though. It does look like the Mexicans have a little bit of backup. This could, however, work out for me if the Germans were to fall right now. And in turn, you know, this could be the catalyst that actually starts the fall that we really need. Just not too sure if it's worth the risk, though. I might hold it in my back pocket. I'm assuming, yeah, this doesn't go away. So if we ever really need to see Germany fall, we could just start it whenever we want over El Paso. A monarchist idea, you know? I do have an idea. If it is their wish, we will hold a referendum for the King of the Texans. King of the Texans adds the illegitimate kingdom, which isn't that great, but we do get ourselves King Andrew the First. Now, at the same time, I'm going to run down to Texas Hold'em and reclaim our borders of 1848, which is going to give us war goals on these guys over here, so we can start expanding a little bit. Second Weltkrieg has hit off, and we do, again, like I said, we want the Germans to lose. So if they do start winning, I'm going to have to go ahead and open up the console. So I'm going to declare on the US and the Western Command Center. I'm not going to declare on the Commonwealth of America just yet. I'm going to try for a land grab first, try to get as much as we physically can, and then turn on the rest of the Americans. So I may have made a bit of a small, naive mistake here. I capitulated the Western Command Center and took the US land over here, no problem. That was easy. But in my naivety, I did see the Commonwealth didn't really have any troops on my border, which, sure, they did. They still don't have a lot of troops on my border, but I also only have 30 divisions, and it's a very, very long front line. And each time I push it, I'm managing to get like a couple little encirclements, but I'm getting stretched thin, like completely stretched thin. I can't really afford to give up this land anymore because the Commonwealth does have a lot of troops. Obviously, they're in a two-front war right now. The annoying part is, though, I just don't have any manpower. I cannot get a single bit of manpower, so I do need to get these guys capitulated and hope that'll be enough and I can somehow fight the rest of these guys. It does look like they've kind of just given up this whole section of the southeast down there. I'm not too sure where exactly the majority of their forces are, but if I'm just walking in pretty willy-nilly down here, it might be a capitulation coming up. Oh, it just looks like the king might have driven into a tree and died. Oh, our regency has come up, but in solidarity with our German allies, the Kaiser is chosen. A Kaiser for Texas. And oh my god. You know, I didn't actually have to even open the console at all. Apparently, Germany is just falling to the Polish. It's okay though, Mr. Wilhelm. You and your cool little hat will be safe in Texas. Oh, the Kaiser is fleeing, and this is exactly what we want. We are going to welcome them, which then unlocks even more of a focus tree for us to play with. We get ourselves the Exile German tree, as we are now the German Empire in exile in America. So the ACW is technically not over because these guys can't get to themselves. We have done our peace conference, so I'm not too sure if they're going to be able to declare us. I'm assuming they will be, but I want to destroy the Pacific states before these guys get the chance. Our economy is not too bad. We have loads of mills. That is not the issue. The issue for us is manpower. We have none of it. Just realized actually I still have, you know, East Asia, at least part of East Asia. Not sure if we're going to keep that. I'm assuming we don't because it's actually a prerequisite for us to lose it to unlock this tree. But I did go ahead and just take their army, and we're going to put those on the front lines in California, in which I'm declaring I'm also just going to bunker down for a while now. I did go ground battle plan, so hopefully my entrenchment will stick here, and we just wear them down and win that way. Oh, we had the Cowboy King for a little bit there, but now, oh, Wilhelm III, you do not pull that off. You do not pull that off at all. I noticed a little bit of a funny maneuver we could do here. If I could split this front in half, I think we've pretty much guaranteed a victory here. I'm trying to be very sparing with what I fight and don't fight, though, because we need as much manpower as we can to fight the CSA, who are gonna be turbocharged by the time we deal with them. Right, well, now we need to figure out the real big problem that's gonna be the CSA. I do think we could probably just do what we did with the Pacific states, so we just let them grind on us for a little bit, but the problem is as well, we do have these little pockets that they took at the peace conferences that I'm gonna have to actually deal with straight away. I don't know how many troops are there, but I do have a little bit of manpower to spare now to make some crappy units. For the fall of Paris. Oh, okay. The Russians are completely dominating Europe. Dealing with German East Asia, I actually have to go down this little path over here. We could try and hold on to it, but I think the best bet to unlock this tree is just to get rid of it. Now, with the fall of Europe, and it looks like pretty much all of the international, I'm going to finally go in on Mexico because that will be able to get us a whole bunch of cores. We can also get a whole bunch more when we take over the CSA, but the manpower situation is so dire, I'm going to have to do this. Oh, now that is what we're talking about. Manpower in, and look at the factory count. We just got so much stuff from all of our cores. Oh, there you go. There was a peace event in there, so we didn't actually have to worry about waiting to take Mexico, really. I was just kind of worried at the start there that all of the international would actually come and put troops on them, which was the big issue, and obviously we had a lot more to deal with. Just got an event that actually just gave me a goal and a core on Cuba. I think we're going to have to make a little bit of a detour on the CSA for a bit. I don't think I ever mentioned it, but we do actually have all the German generals after the exile, which is kind of cringe and weird and funny at the same time. So let's just go ahead. You know, I'll get the actual Kaiser in control here during the grand invasion of Cuba. Small Cuban distraction later, and I am finally ready to go and deal with the rest of America finally. Going to become a little tricky though, because if we do want to get New England as well, they are in the Entente, and realistically the only reason I do really want New England is because they also just took this random province. It's time we reunified America. Isn't that right, mein Kaiser? Oh yeah. Yeehaw! You gotta love the optimism. I'm gonna do the same thing we did with the Californians. Just let them grind out for a little bit. I am making some mechanized units as well that I plan to break through the lines with. Do a couple little meme encirclements up here where the terrain is favorable. Just looking through my generals. Who the hell's this? I mean, I'm not complaining. How'd you get here? The mechanized is working very well, and I did just do mechanized instead of tanks, at least for now, just because the terrain in America is obviously pretty damn flat. I'll probably work on a few tanks though, but for now, I mean, as you can see, the mechanized does perfectly fine. I'm just gonna snipe a whole bunch of encirclements. I do think a lot of their troops are just their militia ones, because that is what I see a lot across the front line, so I don't reckon they're too good. I'm gonna assume, because I'm rolling over them very quickly here, that yeah, the majority of their troops were probably that militia unit. Man, I just looked at the casualties for this. That is... okay. So with the capitulation of the CSA, we can now reform the CSA. Hey, no way, we're called Dixieland Kaiserreich. Who came up with this? Genuinely might be the worst thing I have ever seen. I've seen a lot of bad flags in Hoi 4 mods. Not even just Hoi 4 mods, even Paradox's own flags they have put in a few of their games are bad. This is beyond it all. Now that we have the majority of America back under our belt, bar a few little issues here and there, I think it's time we put the gang back together. Well, I guess whatever's left of the gang. Currently though, Deutsche Middle Africa Okay, looking pretty good. Need to get them back. Our main goal, however, is getting Germany back. It's currently under the control of the Russians. I'm not sure how the hell I'm supposed to approach this, but I think it may actually be by taking down the Entente. Finally just got peace in Europe, actually, after a pretty long time there. England's back on the map. The Russians took Scotland, which, you know, sure, all right, you deserve it. Made up my mind. We're striking the Entente. Now that they've peaced out, and never mind the Russians just joined the Entente. That's great. Hold on a second. I'm not going to strike the Entente. I'm going to have to strike the Entente. Okay, well, this is how we get back into Europe. The odds have been against us this entire time, I think. So it's only fair that at the end, the odds are still really against us. In we go. So from all the other American nations, I did get myself a ton of submarines. I'm also building my own now as well, and that is what's hopefully going to keep everyone at bay here enough that I can actually do what I need to do. We also need to capitulate just like everyone in the world. But first things first, we gotta start small. We've taken over New England, and now we're doing Canada. AI also sending over all their submarines to try and be a bit annoying. I have naval bombers and full radar tech though, so it isn't going too well, as you could see. This is gonna be one hell of a long journey for me. We have so many people to capitulate, and I don't think there's even really anyone else fighting the Entente bar the Japanese. And if you can't tell, they ain't putting up a very big fight. So I am, unfortunately, now preparing for a very long game. And it's already 1947. I think the AI might be overestimating their supply capabilities a little bit today. The casualties are enormous. The front lines unimaginable. The supply non-existent. Notice the Entente has gone through a bit of a radical rebranding. Sure, at this point, why not? I think after what just happened in securing the Americas there, I'm just gonna completely avoid Africa and just try to get straight into Europe now. Definitely not just me that's spamming out submarines this game, I'm noticing, because look at this multinational submarine force I just sunk off the coast of Colombia. It's even worse. Look at that. I'm assuming they're just pumping them out because I have sunk so many at this point. I can't afford not to have a region covered in naval bombers. Landed in Portugal, no problem at all. I'm going to use this as my base now to start picking people off in Europe. Once we do get in Europe, though, it is just a front line all the way to Vladivostok, I imagine. So before then, I guess we should go liberate the British Isles. Well, say liberate. I don't think they're quite ready for the fact I'm about to unliberate them, as they only just got reliberated. No idea what just happened then, but I just saw the Japanese get a ceasefire, but they're not a ceasefire. Then I got the America United event. Not sure why, but I'm American now. We got a much better flag. I don't know if that's much better, but it's substantially better than what it was. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, that just gave me cause on all of America again. I can finally go off all that stuff. Oh, nice. Yeah, I did not think there was a unify America anything for this nation, for Texas specifically. I thought we could just do like the CSA and stuff, but whatever Japan just did, that just got me stuff. Oh, okay, yep, now I'm getting loads and loads of events. Got a bit of radar coverage now after I've taken over the UK and built quite a bit in the UK, actually. Spoilers coming up if you're paying attention, but it ain't looking too great for me. There's a lot of crap over there, but I think we'll be able to clear it out. Oh, I got my landing, but the horde is about to activate. I don't know if this is gonna do too much. We're going in though. We'll figure it out. Oh god, look at them go. Look at them go. They're going. Oh man, it's like a 12-year-old that just posted their age in Roblox chat. Poor guys just getting swarmed. Oh, I'm gonna have to activate Scorch Earth, aren't I? We're gonna send Kaiser Wilhelm to hold the rear guard here, and then with the rest of the army, we're gonna pull on back and pray that nothing is left standing. Uh-oh, it's too late. It's too late. Look at how many units there are here. I mean, I know I'm nuking my own units here, and it's just gonna have to be the case because, oh my god. All right, after that, That should be good. We'll send the army back in. Kaiser Wilhelm, he did an excellent job then. It is literally Kaiser Wilhelm's units that held the line there on the front, but they've been nuked into oblivion too. No idea why, but the AI's put 7,000 planes in this one airfield. So I'm just going to drop a nuke on it, which will very promptly... Oh, they've just put 1K back in there after they just lost them all. Bad news. I gave up. I've been recording for about like 8-9 hours now, and just slogging through Europe at this point, I've just given up. I've run out of time, and I've given up. But I know people like to see peace conferences and whatnot, so I cleared the map of every unit but mine, just so that we can very quickly capitulate and just look at the casualties here. Now, we were going to win regardless because I was just nuking my way through Europe at this point, and the casualties are definitely something. I don't know if it's just Kaiserredux or Kaiserreich in general, but it seems like the AI just spams out a lot more troops. But I guess it really doesn't help that, you know, the entire world was just in one big faction for the most part, and it was just me fighting them. But having like 800 divisions just up against you the entire time and having to nuke through it, and it taking like 40 days or whatever to get the nuke set up, I'm losing my brain. Oh, never mind. We don't even get to get ourselves a peace conference because I just got a scripted peace happen, and I'm not even fighting the rest of the 4th International. Great. You know what? That's actually fine. I could beat them anyway. Not legit. I could have. I don't have the time to sit here and just keep nuking forever and ever. So I guess, sadly, we will never get our reunified... I mean, I already own Germany. One sec. There we go. Don't care anymore. And finally, we can become Germany again, even though we never Germany in the first place. I mean, I could quite literally just change to Germany. Should I? I don't know. I kind of like my cowboy hat. I don't think I will. Oh, I guess you can see how many German generals I have because since I just released them back into the world. There they go. Well, a bit of a sad end to our game, unfortunately, but I had a lot of fun regardless. It was just, yeah, it's too much sometimes in Kaiserredux, especially if you're just fighting the entire world. If it was split and, you know, maybe there's a second front with another person somewhere, I probably could have manned it through, but having 800 divisions, slogging it through, doing nukes every 2 seconds, I just don't have the patience. I'm sorry. But either way, the American Kaiserreich, it stands firm regardless. They were never going to take me out. I had full controls of the seas everywhere, and most importantly, look at my hat.